Hey, Mike, you through with me for the day? Oh, didn't see you there. I have to give an orientation meeting to a new group of dummies. Want to come along? They'll be leaving the facility next week and experiencing their first accident. Oh, I remember the first time my head went through a windshield. I can taste that glass as if it was yesterday. Excuse me, that reminds me. I have to make a phone call. Vince, Larry, how you two guys doing? Cousins. Say, Mom wants to know if you guys are coming over for the holidays. Going to the White House? Presidential citation for your seatbelt campaign? Congratulations! Say hello to the president for me. Vince and Larry are big time. Me? I work for a living. Hey, I'm a little early. How'd you like a tour of the place? Hi, Natalie. I got some people I'm going to show around. Everyone have on their safety glasses? Me? Nah, a dummy doesn't wear safety glasses. As you would expect from a company that makes high-precision test equipment that helps researchers and design engineers save thousands of lives each year, safety is an important part of every job performed here. It's an intricate part of the company's culture. Safety starts at the top and is the responsibility of every manager, supervisor, and employee. Working safely is a condition of employment. Safety awareness means being able to recognize unsafe practices and conditions and correcting them immediately. It's knowing and following safe work practices, knowing when and how to use personal protective equipment. Safety awareness is taking responsibility for your safety and that of your co-workers. There's no secrets or shortcuts to having a safe facility. It requires a recognition, understanding, and respect for potential hazards. Some hazards are very obvious. They have warning signs or other clear visible indicators of danger. Some hazards may not even seem harmful, but when combined with other factors, the results can be disastrous. Here, let me give you a hand. Whoops. A dummy doesn't think about safety, but you should. What's in it for you? 2 arms, 2 legs, eyes, teeth, hands, fingers, your life. Hey, is the parts department in the same place? Safety awareness begins with an evaluation of the area you work in, the equipment you operate, and the functions you perform. You should always be aware of any potential hazards in the area you work. Potential hazards could be forklifts traveling through the facility, or it may be the presence of overhead power lines. There are a number of potential hazards in any work environment. Always be on the lookout for unsafe conditions and correct them immediately. These may include spilled substances on the floor, unsecured cords across the aisleways, improperly stored or labeled chemicals, poor housekeeping, burned out light bulbs, improper storage, and more. In addition to recognizing and respecting potential hazards and correcting unsafe conditions, inspect any equipment or machinery you operate at the beginning of each shift. Make sure all guards are in place. Are there any indications of malfunctions or needed maintenance? Hand tools and portable equipment should be inspected before each use. Check the cords for cracks and other signs of wear. Is the equipment properly grounded? Use the proper tool for the job. Are cutting blades sharp? Something as simple as a dull knife blade can increase strain on the body and enhance the risk of cutting yourself. Just as important as inspecting your work environment for potential hazards and correcting unsafe conditions is evaluating the way you perform your job. Safe work practices are an essential ingredient for safety awareness. You'd be surprised by how many injuries occur with a cutting instrument. Remember, always cut away from yourself and keep the blade sharp. Only a dummy enjoys an accident. When you take risks and shortcuts, you greatly increase the odds of an accident occurring that will injure you or one of your coworkers. Safe work practices involve the way you perform every job function. When you lift an object, do you bend your knees and keep the object close to your body? If you operate a piece of equipment, do you wear the proper clothing or remove jewelry or other loose articles that could get caught in moving parts? If you drive a lift truck, do you travel at safe speeds? Safety awareness means knowing and following all established safety procedures in your facility. This includes no smoking. All aisleways must be kept clean and clear. Eye protection must be worn at all times in the manufacturing area. All energy must be isolated and locked out before guards are removed and body parts are placed in potential danger. A number of chemicals are used in the creation of us dummies. Do you know which ones present potential health and safety risks? Do you know where the material safety data sheets can be located? Information is the key to ensuring your safety. If you have questions, ask your supervisor. Personal protective equipment is designed to protect you from the respective hazards. You should know when personal protective equipment needs to be used. That smells good. And how to use it. Hard hats are designed for protection against bump hazards and falling objects. Eye protection guards against projectiles and liquid damaging your eyes. Gloves provide protection from sharp objects, heat, chemicals, and other hazards. Respirators protect your lungs and respiratory system from airborne hazards. Personal protective equipment is only as effective as the person using it. You should be thoroughly knowledgeable on the proper selection and use of all personal protective equipment you use. This would include making sure you have the proper filters for the respective hazards. Inspecting the equipment prior to use for wear, tears, and other signs of defects. Selecting the right size or adjusting the equipment for a proper fit. Cleaning and properly storing the equipment after each use. Only a dummy wouldn't take care of personal protective equipment. The most important aspect of safety awareness is your attitude toward safety, both on and off the job. Guys like me go through major catastrophes and get banged around so people like you can have a safe environment. The one thing we cannot control or simulate is your attitude. There are no secrets or shortcuts to safety. It's recognizing and respecting the potential hazards. 90% of all accidents are caused by human error. People doing something they know better not to do. There's a pyramid theory regarding accidents that states for every serious accident, there are 10 minor ones, 30 with only property damage, and 600 incidents that would have been accidents had it not been for luck. Would you reach in and take one of these pills if I told you out of this whole jar, 1 would kill you, 10 will give you the measles, and 30 the flu? Probably not. It's not worth the risk. Most accidents that happen are minor. They involve cuts, strains, sprains, and property damage. But they should never happen in the first place. All accidents can be prevented. Safety awareness requires foresight and good common sense. If you see an unsafe condition in your area, correct it. If it's a problem you can't correct yourself, notify your supervisor. Safety is your responsibility. Make it a part of everything you do. Learn safe work practices and follow them. Only a dummy enjoys an accident. Whoops! Got carried away there. Whether this is your first day on the job or your 20th year, don't let it be your last. Now is the perfect time to make safety a top priority. It's your responsibility to ensure your safety and that of your coworkers. If not, I think I've got a couple of extra chairs in the room here. If you'll excuse me, I have to talk to a room full of dummies. Okay, who stacked these boxes in front of the door? Hey, stop smoking next to the benzene. Don't plug that in standing in water.